Welcome back to Scoper's Garage. I'm Sky, your host. Short update. I think it'll be short on 9:31 this evening. So I was trying to figure out why the RPMs kind of held up. The brakes felt a little soft. I'm wondering if the whole vacuum system wasn't working right. So I was digging into that a little bit. And I was able to pull this hose off of here and pull the check valve out of the brake master and check the valve and the booster itself, and they both seem to be functioning correctly. So then I went to try and start the car, and there was no fuel pump running. So I spent a bit of time diagnosing that. Started by double checking the fuse under the dash and the relay. I pulled the relay out. It was the wrong relay, but it had been working the day before, which was strange. So this was it. It only needs 4 pins, so the fact that it has 5 and fit has me a little confused. But I had a proper 4-pin. I put it in, and it didn't make any difference. I checked this relay. I think I checked this relay and it didn't work. It didn't click, at least, when I fed it power. So I put in the new relay. Yeah, that's right. Put in the new relay and it still wouldn't turn on the fuel pump. So I came into the back here and the in-tank pump would run when I jumpered it with my jumper cables right off the battery with a couple of these alligator clip wires in here somewhere. But the outside the tank pump would not run. So I remembered that I had a functional spare from my 928. It's a slightly different thing, and I'm going to see how close it is in size. But first I'm going to try the old British trick of whacking it with a hammer, which is why you see that laying down there. So I'm going to try that in a minute and report later on, I guess. The other thing I've done was remove the tint off of the door windows. I thought it was kind of retro cool when I saw what I thought was blue tint on the car to match the blue paint. But when I actually drove it, I realized it was like being in a hurricane. There was so much wavy distortion from the film that you really couldn't see what was in the mirror and all that. So I took that off the door glass. I still have to clean up some of the residual glue. There's a lot of glue left. But I did that just with a heat gun and patience and a razor blade. You start at one corner and get the adhesive soft, and then you can start pulling it off, and just take some fair bit of patience. Somebody did this back here, so I need to go back and try to clean this back window up. I can tell they were trying to avoid the defrost lines, which is a smart thing to do, but it looks like crap, so I'll do that at some point. So I have, if you haven't seen this before, I have this bra for the front of the car. I took off. It's available if anybody's interested. I only have one of the headlight covers, but this was for a regular 928 or 924, and I covered up the vents on the hood of a 924 turbo, so don't want to be doing that. So I took that off. That's available. I also have this never installed ANSA exhaust for a standard 924 available. It came with the car and does not work because it doesn't have the exhaust for the turbo. I guess that's about it for now. Vinegar. Oh yeah, I was just cleaning up some of the trim back here when I put the seat down inside there. It gave me exposure to some more stuff, and when I had the roof off, I could see some more white residue, which I fear was mold up in this area inside. So I was using the vinegar to clean that off. All right, we'll call that a wrap for tonight, unless I whack this thing with a hammer and it starts up, in which case I'll be excited and come back.